Hello and welcome back to Guild Wars 2. My name's Lumin. This right here is Lumiper. And right now we're going to talk about the Queen's Gauntlet and Queen Jenna's Jubilee. Also about Lumiper, because I can't help but talk about it. She's looking a bit different now. Not quite how I really want her to look. I mean, this isn't the style that I wanted with her, but it just kind of happened. It happened because I realized that the cultural armor was just super cheap. I think I got the lot of this for under 2 gold, for like 1 gold 50 or something for the full set. And I just couldn't pass it up. I got it last night, so I haven't bothered putting any upgrades or runes or sigils or whatever they actually called on the gear. I'll get to that soon enough. But I like it. I like the fact that you can get the gear for so cheap. It gives you a couple of achievement points in the process. And the full set does look rather impressive. Even if it's not what I really like, it's not my style, it is impressive. I would much prefer the Asuran set, even like on my Sylvari, but I know that's not possible, so it's kind of unfortunate. Now, I don't want to talk about my character as much as I actually want to talk about my character. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try not to do it. I have a little list of all the goodies that were added, and I can show you right now that I've actually done most of the achievements here. You can see that my Queen Jenna's Jubilee is already on 13 out of 16. The Queen's Gauntlet I just started on, so I know what's going on there, but I don't know how tough the rest of the bosses are, or the higher level bosses are. But what I wanted to do in these overview videos was just talk about the content that was added, give you my thoughts and impressions of the content, and basically just make sure you guys know exactly what's going on in the Living Story updates. So with this, what was added? Well, I'll tell you. Good question. There are hot air balloon rides. Now, the hot air balloon rides are kind of silly, and in my honest opinion, it's the grindiest part of the lot of the achievements and the stuff that was added. Now, you don't have to do all of it, obviously, but folks, the hot air balloons, they are these big hot air balloon towers that you can see up there. That's one of them over there. And they're scattered throughout Terrace. They're all over the place. We got a couple of them in Gandharan Fields. We got a couple in, I think, in Kaladin Forest. We started on Lorna's Pass last night, and there were a couple of them there. Where's Lorna's Pass? Here. We started here, and we got one of them already, which was in this general vicinity. The other one is all the way at the bottom of the map. But you go to them, they bring you to this new area here, which is called the Crown Pavilion. And if you remember correctly, if you did actually visit Divinity's Reach before, this used to be the Great Collapse. So I'm kind of happy with what they did with it. It's looking a whole lot better, and we're going to enter this place in just a second. This is like the main focus of the patch, but we are going to be talking about all of it. So there are the hot air balloon rides. There was the opening ceremony, which was a little bit of the story, a little bit of what's going on here. And Helene actually brought to my attention that there's a lot of lore involved that a lot of people just kind of overlook, and I'll tell you about that when we get inside the Crown Pavilion. So apart from that, there are also these beacon races. There are these torchbearers hanging around Divinity's Reach. There's one over here. I think there's one on this side. There's one. There's one in Rurikton. There should be one up here. And when you speak to them, let me just go to one and show you guys what it's all about. When you speak to them, they let you do this little torch igniting or torch lighting race. And you got to do it in a certain amount of time.
You never fight alone.
And you get an achievement for it. Give me that right the heck now. So where is it? This one was under the bridge. It's not that great an addition. It's not something that I think is going to stick around. It has potential. I like the idea that they're trying out with it. You know, where you sort of test people's knowledge of the city and how well they can move through it. But with these, it's more just figuring out what the route is that you need to take, because there is a route that you need to take, and then just running along it. Now, I might even be going the wrong way right now, but that doesn't really matter. It seems like this is just one big circle. So you got to go around, light these things, and that's that. You can't use any of your skills or abilities. You can at least get that little speed boost from the little citizens around the city here. And that helps. Obviously, it helps a whole lot. But this is the gist of the beacon lighting minigame. Figuring out what the route is that you need to take and lighting them all in that order before the timer runs out. Now, there's no timer on your screen, which I don't quite understand. I don't know why they did it like that. But the timer is down here on your buff. So 15 seconds left. I did kind of well there. Done. Now you got to do that like 4 times to get the achievement. Then you get the Flames of Kryta, which I like as an item. I'm super happy they gave something like that to players. I don't even know where it is. I think I might have put it in my bank. But it is basically just a torch. Much like the one that this dude gives you here. It is actually pretty much exactly the same as the one the dude gives you here. And it lights the area around you up. That's what it does. Then, after that, we're going to move straight on to the Crown Pavilion. Because that is, what? Contested? It's definitely the main... Oh, it's because I'm in the minigame. Right. Drop it. Definitely the main focus point of this update. The Crown Pavilion and everything you can do inside there. Now, there were other features added, which I guess I need to mention because they're kind of a big deal. The wallet is now part of the game, and I like the wallet. I think it's incredibly nicely laid out. I love the big squares that they put in here for everything. But you know what I want added to this? Is a wallet for all my armor skins. I know it wouldn't be called a wallet, but I want this for my armor skins. Even if they give you a sort of limited amount of space, even if they say, listen, you start off with 8 blocks, and you can like take a skin and deposit it in there, and that's that, then it saves it for you, like your achievement skins here. Even if they give you that, if they just start with that, I'll be happy. Because it's some way of saving these skins and kind of reusing them. But the wallet is amazing. It keeps all your tokens, your dungeon tokens in it, your guild commendations, your fractal relics, badges of honor, your gold. And it's like your account-wide stuff. So if you get any gold on any character, it adds it straight to the wallet. Same with gems, same with karma. The lot of it. Very cool addition. Then you got the PvP finishes over here, which are now permanent. I don't have any of these. I don't even know. These are sort of limited ones, and these are permanent ones, so you can choose whatever you want. These come with the different PvP ranks, and you can unlock more of them. I think Helene's got like a stack of them unlocked, so she would probably be a better person to show these to you. But it's cool. I like that they add in stuff like this, so eventually, one day, the game may well be perfect, it may well be user-friendly, and it may well just be a better experience for us, the players. Not that it's a bad experience now, but it may well just be a better experience, which is great. That's kind of what you expect when they update the game. Then, other stuff that was done, if I'm not mistaken, they changed the dungeon reward system. So now you can't just farm, what is it, Citadel of Flame Path 1? Or is it 2? Or is it 3? I don't even know which one the one was that they farmed over and over again for lots of gold. Now it works differently and actually rewards you decently for completing a full path or all 3 the paths of the dungeon or whatever. But it gives you proper rewards. More gold, better items, better loot. It's cool. Then, the champion loot tables have been updated, and you'll see how that works in just a second when I go and attack this mob over here. You'll see exactly how it works, and there's also this improved level of detail system here, which is not really improving it, it limits it. I put it on for this video so you could see. What it does is it removes a lot of the visual clutter and visual craziness that the game has, because the game has that, okay? The game gets a little cray when you're in a big fight, and this just tones it down, and I think it helps. I think Helene told me that that helped a lot, but when this patch hit, she also told me that there was a whole lot of other problems that cropped up, like loading times that increased. But that's the kind of stuff that, once again, could just be a bug or whatever. I don't know. It could have been when they fixed or fiddled with the champion loot tables that they changed that. But that's it. Done talking about that stuff now, because we are going to talk about the Crown Pavilion and everything here. You can see it's divided up like a pizza of some sort. And in each of these, there's like this little mini biome. I'm trying to move, but you know, these crystals keep stunning me. And in those biomes, there's like a themed set of mobs. So it's like a little, I don't even know what to call it. A little environment that's filled with the mobs that you'd expect to find in that environment. It's a biome, basically. So down here you're going to find the Flame Legion people, And in this one, you'll find the bandits. There you'll find the centaurs. There you'll find, what, pirates? I don't even know. And in that one, you'll find the destroyers. So then, while you're in here, while you grind in for those achievements, you gotta kill these champion bosses as well. You don't have to kill them, okay? But I recommend that you do, because they drop some seriously good gear. I only got bronze there because I didn't really attack it. And how they changed the champion loot tables was that now from the champions, you'll get... I'm just doing so badly here because I'm talking so much. I'm not getting around to watching what my character's doing. But from the champions, you'll get these bags. Different levels of bags for the different levels that you actually playing on. So for a lower level champion, you're going to get a green bag. For an even lower one, you'll get a blue bag. For the max 80 level champions, you'll get proper exotic bags with even better gear in them, and so on and so forth. Then here in the Crown Pavilion, you also get a chest which contains a whole bunch of good items. But the way this basically works is, it seems grindy, but you have to go... really? Who's shooting me? A veteran Flame Legion Lava Shaman. Can you please stop that? Okay, none of that here. Let me just send this... Oh! What? That guy just gave up. He was healing me for like half a second and he just said no. No, this is not worth it. Let's just attack. Let's see what we can do here. If I kill this thing, I'll be okay. Oh, if I don't die in the meantime... I wouldn't even mind dying now so that I could teleport back to the middle to show you what I wanted to show you there. I'm gonna die. Okay, let's just be perfectly honest here. I'm not gonna die. I'm out. Come on, move, move, move. I'm running now. I'm leaving. See you later. But I've been trying to explain what's going on here. In this area, it's all about the grind. But it's kind of fun because you get swept up into like a zerg of people just running around doing their best to kill as many mobs and tap as many mobs as quick as they can so that they can get the gear from them, so they can get these achievements done, and it ends up being less grindy than it seems to be. But what you need to do is you come speak to the emissaries here. Now, the lore that I was talking about that's actually present here that many people don't quite get is that each of these sections has a meaning. So each of these would have wronged the humans in some way or another, or wronged their respective emissaries in some way or another. So the Black Citadel emissary here, he's standing right by this section which contains the Flame Legion. Now you know the Char don't like the Flame Legion, and then if you say for instance take the... let's take someone that I actually know how to talk about here. Ratasum. So they are protecting... what is this? What is in this section? They're protecting another group of people that have wronged them in some way and historically means something to the Asura. Why is this place looking so empty? Is this the no, these are the ogres. Okay, so maybe the ogres dug them out of the ground or tried to kill them or attack them in some way. I don't know. Helene actually explained this to me a whole lot better than I could explain it to you in any way. Here are... wait, where are they? Here are the Ebonok people. And the Ebonok, as you know, they have a big constant thing going on with the centaurs. And that's the centaur grounds over there. And you gotta, for the achievements, go through all of these. So you speak to them and you say, well, I'll represent you. Yes. And you got their little buff on you here. The buff gives you a extra amount of damage against centaurs, and it also gives you reflect damage and extra. So when you got that buff on you, representing them, then you can go out and complete these achievements. So Queen Jenna's Jubilee, you got to do Champion of the Colleges, Champion of the Legions, Champion of the Wild, Champion of the Crown, Pale Tree, and Council. You got to do all of those. You got to get 100 kills while representing each one of those. And it may sound like a lot, but those 100 kills go by incredibly quickly. You get them so fast, and with the amount of loot and levels and everything else that you get here, if I had to give you a quick recommendation, I'd say you should use your experience boosters that you get in the Black Lion chests, or from completing monthlies, or from wherever. I don't know where you all get them, but the different buffs and stuff that you have, use those, get some guild buffs on you, get some food buffs on you, and then just head in here and do it. kill as much as you can, kill the bosses if you can, and in your downtime, you're going to realize that most people will come down here and farm the destroyers because they drop destroyer lodestones or something like that. Helene tried to explain it to me, but it was way beyond me. She knows what she's talking about. And this is where people farm. So they'll come down here. A big Zerg or big group of them will come down here and just slay. They'll wail away at these destroyers and I suppose enjoy it. Enjoy the loot they pick up. Enjoy the challenge. See how well they can do. See how many of them they can tap. I'm not that great at doing these things. And when I do them, then I tend to try and get my AoE abilities out. I tend to change all of these from the Mantra of Pain and Blink to others that actually tap creatures in a wider range. So there's a big group of them over there. I would now run in there, try and cast a big area of effect on there, and then just do a bit of damage to each of them so that I can at least get loot from all of them and experience from all of them. So that's what you do. That is what the Crown Pavilion is all about. Now I'm going to try head out without dying so I can show you the Gauntlet before I end this off. And I gotta say, again, I did say this before, I kind of like it, and I didn't expect that I'd like it, because I jumped in here the first time and I thought to myself, what the heck? Do they expect me to kill 100 while representing each of those people, each of those factions? And I suppose, for some, it may be unenjoyable, but for me it was okay. It really was. Now, some of these are slightly more difficult, like the Party Crasher. You gotta go out and get these Etherblade Pirates in the game world, in the wide open Terrace, and that's a bit more difficult because they don't spawn as often, they're not as easily accessible, but you do eventually get them all, and you again don't need to do every single one of the achievements to get that done. But hey, it's okay, and take it from me, the Crown Pavilion, if you maybe get a couple of friends to do it with you, I did it with Helene the other night, I did most of it with her, and we had fun. I tested a whole bunch of different weapons out. I tested different skills out. I just enjoyed myself. And because you scale up to 80 here, you can use your alts. You can come get experience on your alts here. But I do recommend using a max level character just because of the loot. There are a whole bunch of new skins that they added on the champion mobs or onto the champion loot tables that you could potentially get here that are worth a lot of gold and that look really cool. Now, this right here is the Gauntlet, and this is the one that's going to come back at some point, probably next year around the same time. I still have to get through this. I want to get my Mesmer to level 80 so I can do it with my Mesmer, because I'm kind of more into the Mesmer at the moment and I feel I'll be able to do it more easily. But what happens here is these arenas, they serve as your boss battle arenas, and when you want to be let at the bosses, then that's it. You queue up, you got to fight the boss, and it's kind of tough. I've never fought this one before, so I'm probably going to die immediately. And I'm on my low-level character with my slightly measly gear. But let's just give it a try and see what happens here. Now, how am I going to initiate this? No, no, no! I didn't want to initiate it like that. Whatever, whatever. Then there are different achievements that you got to do for each of these bosses. And you got to do them in different ways. Like for this one, maybe you got to avoid the... Whoa, 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 whoa! Chill, lady. Avoid the whirlwind that she makes. I'm going to die. Look at that. She just ripped me to shreds in like half a second. But each of them have special conditions that need to be met so that you can get the achievements for them. And then obviously you just have the achievement to kind of knock them all out. Kind of kill them all one at a time. And they seem pretty tough. Really, they do. But that's the long and short of it. These bosses here, these big group event champions, they keep spawning. They also vary in difficulty. They give different amounts of loot every time. That's a little bit random. And then there are also daily chests that you can get in each of these areas. If I'm not mistaken, there's a chest like right the heck down here. Let's see if I can get it quickly. Hold on. See if I can get it. I think it's in this tent. Come on, let me at it. There it is. A glorious chest. My favorite kind of chest. So you can run through each of these little pizza pies. I don't know what you Americans call them. You call it a pie, right? You call a pizza a pie. But you call this a pizza pie slice? Or is that the pie pot? We just call them pizzas. This ain't no pie, it's a pizza. Anyway, going on a tangent here and talk about pizzas. This is what you do in the Crown Pavilion. You grind, you get the achievements, you get cool items from the achievements. So if you had to look at the rewards that you can get here, from this you get a mini watch night, which I think is pretty cool. Here you get the Flames of Kryta, which is a torch, which I'm kind of happy about. From the balloon thing, you get a hot air balloon souvenir. And from this one, a bag of coins, which is silly. Bag of coins. Then somewhere here is a Mini Liadri, the Concealing Dark. She seems kind of cool. I want to get that at some point. I don't know how I'm going to go through all of this because I'm terrible at the game, but I will do it. And I think I've spoken about everything now. There is one more thing I could potentially talk about and show you guys, and that's the Royal Terrace, which I would say is kind of controversial at the moment. It's an area in Divinity's Reach which you can enter if you buy a pass. So you can buy the pass on the gem store here, but I must tell you that you can pick the pass up by just playing as well. It's called a Royal Pass. It costs 300 gems and it lasts for 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, you can enter this Royal Terrace, which is a special area that has everything in it. And I like the way that they set this up because you're going to spend most of your time in this area, and that's one negative aspect, is that you don't really want to do anything else. You feel that you should be here, you should be farming these bosses, you should be farming these mobs. So when you kill these 2 bosses now, when you've done them, you've got the gear and the loot and the extras from them, the karma, the coins, the experience. When you've got that all, then you just run back to the destroyers over here and you farm there, farm there, farm there, till they spawn again, in whichever ones they spawn in. You kill them, you go back to the destroyers, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Same thing over and over. But people complain because there's no reason, and I get it, there's no reason to do anything else right now. You don't want to go and do your world completion. You don't really even want to go and do world versus world or PvP because this is where it's at. You get much better gear here, you can farm a whole lot of money here. I mean, the amount of gold that you make, the amount of items that you get to salvage or sell is off the hook. The fact that you can get the champions so easily accessible over there just makes it impossible to pass up. So there is the one complaint that I have and other people have as well, but it's a minor complaint. It's like saying, well, they made this area too fun, so that's uncool. But how is that really a complaint? I don't know. It's just too good to pass up. So people complain about it. Now this is the Royal Terrace over here. And I picked this up in Lorna's Pass. The Royal Pass. For 2 weeks. I'm going to use it like right the heck now. And bam. That's it. So for 2 weeks, while I'm carrying this little thing around, I can enter the Royal Terrace. And in here, I can do everything.
Tell me more.
I can buy stuff, I can repair, I can craft. Here's a laurel vendor here. There is an Asura gate that apparently takes you wherever you want to go. It's crazy. There's even a Mystic Forge. A mini Mystic Forge. Wow. I can see why some people, if they have enough gold or whatever, would consider getting this every little while. Why not? You know, why the heck not? So if you use the surrogate, let's see where it takes us. Oh, apparently anywhere. So this one just takes you wherever the heck you want to go, and that is why you'd spend the coins or the gems, because you can obviously buy gems with coins, spend it on that, on the Royal Pass. It's kind of cool. And you get to stand in here and laugh at the other people trying to come in and then getting knocked out by this barrier. But that's a bonus as well. But there you go. Other features and stuff, I know I missed 1 or 2 minor things, like I know there's a minigame rotation system which was added, and that's now a pretty consistent daily as well. So if you look on your dailies, you'll see that there should be one here, daily activity participation. So you can find in Lion's Arch a dude that you speak to, and he will tell you which minigame is the daily one. So it could be South Sun Survival, it could be Cake Brawl, it could be anything, and he will just send you into that, you do it, you get your achievement, you're done. It's kind of cool. It's nice that they bring the other activities back in that way. But that's it. That is a quick overview. And those are my impressions of Queen Jenna's Jubilee and the Champions Gauntlet. Now, I called it the Champions Gauntlet. It's actually called the Queen's Gauntlet. I haven't done that very much, so I don't have that much to say about it. But perhaps when I've finished it, I'll speak about it at more length. Say a little bit more about it, because I want to do all of this. Because it gives you a whole lot of achievement points, and I want to get my next achievement point chest. I want to at some point get to the 6,000 one, so I can get the Radiant Mantle, because I kind of like it. And that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to try as hard as I can to make these informative, fun, and brief. Brief compared to some of the other videos that I make, because I managed to jam-pack a whole lot of information into this video now. I gave you a quick tour of everything that was on offer. I think I showed it all off in a reasonably decent manner. I think I did. I don't know. I'm new at this whole doing videos professionally thing. I don't even know if this was professional. Probably wasn't. But what I'm going to do, what I'm going to keep doing, is these videos for all the Living Story updates, so I can keep you guys informed, so I can have a collection of them on the channel. That'll give me an excuse to play Guild Wars, to enjoy Guild Wars, and to tell you what fun I've been having. Now, I'm going to release another video soon, talking about my character, Lumin the Mesmer, and what I want to do with her, what my plans are with her, what my plans are with the gear that I want to get for her, because you guys know that I've been waiting to use this backpack, but now things have changed because I can't use the backpack. Where is it? I think I even put it in my bank, because I can't use the backpack with this gear, and I'm probably going to be using this gear for a little while, and so on and so forth, but now I'm rambling, and I'm done. That's it. Check back here soon for more Guild Wars 2 videos. Please give me input. Let me know what you guys think about this video format, because I think it can work. It has potential. You know, I might just have to streamline it a little bit. But that's that. Check back soon for, most importantly though, happy Queen's Jubilee. And Queen's Gauntlet. And Lumin the beautiful Mesmer. Happy all those things. Happy that.